How you doing, YouTube? It's Mark from Homestead, and today I want to tell you about this really cool plant that I'm going to plant today. It's really cool, awesome survival kind of food, and the cool thing about it is you can set it, forget it. It looks pretty because it's oddly enough, it looks like this, right? But it's a member of the sunflower family, so the flowers actually look good. And then you can set it, forget it. It's a really good like potato equivalent, basically. So native to North America, this is what's now known as the Jerusalem artichoke, but back in the day it was called things like the Lakota potato and all sorts of stuff when the Europeans came over and were like, yo, what is this thing that you're eating? So this is what it looks like. It is a pretty hideous looking thing. It's a tuber is what they call these things, I guess. But I got a whole bucket full of these things that I just ordered, and they just showed up today. And I'm really excited to plant these because this is something that you can just kind of plant in the back, forget about it. They're super easy to grow, allegedly. We'll find out later. But I'm just gonna throw these things in the ground. Back in the day, so a little bit of history. So a lot of homesteaders way back in the day, like for instance during the Civil War in the United States, they would plant stuff like this, and then what would happen is when like an army of troops came through, and they were just like, you know, marching on their stomach, right? So they're super hungry. They're taking their pigs, all the farmers' pigs, and the chickens, and taking all their corn and all the harvest that they have, and they need to survive themselves, the homesteaders. So they would plant stuff like this, and then when they knew an army was coming through, they would clear cut it, and then that way they could just go back and dig these things out of the ground and eat them and still survive the winter. There's a lot of really good information about Jerusalem artichoke on the YouTubes and on the internet and stuff like that, so I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but let's go ahead and get these things planted. And of course, we're going to get a little help today from our girl, Tammy. And I got the box blades set up here, and I've got these two tines, this one, and this one set to the second to last setting. So those are going to pierce the ground and till it up for me so I can plant these without having to break my back. So let's go ahead and get her started up. So now that we got a little bit of area tilled up, let's go ahead and plant these bad boys. So as you can see, I have them just a little over a foot away from each other on both sides here. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 total planted along this little strip. Now, it should be noted, these things can kind of get out of hand. So I have them back here kind of like, you know, this is where I do my firewood stuff, and we got a burn pit right here that we do bonfires at. Back here it gets plenty of sunlight, believe it or not, even though it's pretty heavily forested all around. But as you can see, it gets plenty of sunlight for these. and it's next to the creek, so I can just grab creek water when I need to water them. And I can just come through with a brush hog. If they're getting out of hand, I can just, you know, do what I need to do. I got a tractor too, so I can always dig them out, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's get these things fully planted and watered. So that's it. That's Jerusalem artichoke. Really excited to see how this turns out. I've got it in an area where I can look at it. It's really pretty. The flowers are really cool looking because, like I said, it's a family member of the sunflower species or whatever. I'm not a plant guy, so I don't know. But regardless, super excited to try it out. And I love the historical context behind it, how the Native Americans relied on it, how early American homesteaders relied on it. And I think it's just kind of a cool thing to have on the property. And, you know, who knows, like, I might really enjoy eating it. So, or my wife will hate me for eating it because I'll have even worse gas than I already do, right? I don't think we need that, so we'll see. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share the video with your people, and make sure you like, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, there's a problem. It doesn't cost any money to subscribe. Please do it. It helps us out. And comment below if you have any horror stories or cool stories about the Jerusalem artichoke or other great ideas for a cool set it and forget it crop to plant on your homestead. Share it with everybody, you know, that's good information. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.